Hello, this is the flashiest ninja around. Stay tuned to see this look. What's up, my sheeple? So, today we are doing Tengen Usui. Did film without realizing I filmed for like a solid minute, which is terrifying for me because I whizzed through these. So, reference photo. So, today we are doing Tengen Uzui from Demon Slayer. Most fabulous ninja I've known, and that's including any from the Naruto universe. So, get with the program, people. Elf, poreless primer, nose, anywhere you get oily. And then I am going to start kind of backwards today. Going to go in with the eyes first. Versus the rest of my face. Usually I'll start with the rest of my face and then go in the eyes. But I'm going to flip it, put the thing down, flip it, and reverse it. So, terrible Missy Elliott reference. So I put a little bit more of a yellow-based concealer in my eyebrows to cancel out whatever colors are in there. And then a brightening concealer around my eyes. And hopefully when it all mixes together, it creates this, like, beautiful, beautiful shade. We'll see. You could use a beauty blender. I don't know why I forgot I had those. I went in with my cushion foundation thingy. A little bit difficult to work with, but, like, okay. Pop off, Kate. And I definitely put on too much product because this took it up my freaking 5 head. So, going back in with the yellow-based. Like I said, this is just to cancel out the color. We'll go in with white mascara later in the eyebrows to match the wig. But this is just what I was envisioning. Because I wasn't going to block out my eyebrows for this one. Because he has a little bit of texture. There's like these 3, 4, 5 lines that represent his eyebrows. I don't know. This is just my interpretation of it. You do what you want. And then I am powdering. So this is going to be a time lapse of me going in and tracing out the lines that extend from, we'll say, the center of his eye. And I just used a small angled brush and some face paint. It's really nothing fancy. If you can, like if you have a gel liner, I don't have gel liners in red. At least I forgot that I did. They're in my cosplay bag, that's why. Because I don't keep them in my regular makeup. Like use those because they dry. But if you don't, use face paint, use lipstick, use whatever you got. I tried using a gel pencil liner, and it just came out really pink. Not because it mixed with my concealer, just because the pigment was not enough. Or maybe it did mix with my concealer. I don't know. So, just going in with a red face paint, and just like I said, sketching out the correct widths, or the relatively correct widths of each line before putting the dots on. Now, as I'm recording this voiceover, this is very glitchy, and I'm really hoping it's not in the video, but if it is, I am sorry. Now, I have hooded eyes, so I'm not taking this down on my lid, because there's no point. My technique, which I knew I wanted to use, was just use the back of a set of brushes. Dip it right into the product, take off the excess on the back of your hand, that way it's not goopy, and then go in and stamp it on to get the relative shape. Oh, me being proud because I'm like, yep, I knew that would work. I just knew it. And that way you have all uniform sizes for the correct, I don't know, placement would be the word. So I know my eyebrow's in the way, and I'm just going to work around it. I saw a person of color cosplay do this, and I thought it was just stunning. Granted, the contrast on them was a lot greater because the depth of their skin tone. However, you know, I'm pasty white, so it's not going to give the same effect, but I still appreciated it quite a bit. And then going in with a teeny weeny little lip brush and filling in those gaps where the pigment didn't take or didn't stamp or whatever. And then using a smaller brush, the back end of a smaller brush, and doing the same concept. I would say if you have flatter back brushes, use those versus like a dome back brush, only because you don't get an even stamp quite the same. It's a little cumbersome because I did have to go back in on at least that one by the end of my eye because it was too small, and it stamps so much better with the flat brush. And I tried doing that little like circle motion. It didn't quite do what I wanted it to do, but it's okay. I was able to fill it in just like the other ones. And then I was going to go in and kind of clean everything up with concealer. Oh my god, did I forget one? On the bottom of my eye? There's no way. Anyway, I was going to clean things up with concealer. I really did. I think I did forget one. The one right at the bottom of my, like at the bottom of my eyeball, right in the center. Oh well. All said and done. No, I didn't. The thumbnail has it. I see the thumbnail off to the side. Sorry, I'm freaking out over here because I'm like, wait a damn minute. Okay, so I did stain my eyelid a little bit. Not stained, but like it transferred. I don't really care. Because I knew I was going to put eyeliner on anyway, so like whatever. And then I'm going in and heavily, very, very generously setting this face paint, because if you do not, she's oil-based. It's just like foundation. If you don't set your foundation, it's going to transfer. You don't set this, it's going to transfer. It's going to move around. So you see the plume clouds like floating around. It is intense. I don't want this thing staining my wig, staining my anything. I was gonna say my face, but it didn't stain my face. It stained, almost could have stained my headband. And whatever. There we go. Forgot the last one. Whew. I will say, if you're like me and you have a lot of skin underneath your eye, with a lot of fine lines, try not to overextend your skin, like making faces like you normally would. Like mascara face, if you will. Only because it'll distort the circularness of the stamp if you use one like I did. If you're freehanding this, by the way, props to you. You are insane, but props. Alright, going in with the rest of my foundation on the bottom half of my face and setting with the same powder I used on my eyeball. I mixed Airspun and some baby powder a while ago for like a portable version of a really good setting powder, so do what you want with what you want. And then going in with this Crush on You palette from I got it off Shein, so no I didn't, I got it off Amazon, just kidding. And then going in with this sparkly, dark red sparkly shade. It did not give what I wanted it to give, but that's okay. I would have still done it, I think. If I had to do it again, I would still do it this way. So, they're chunky sparkles, which is not my favorite to work with, but it is what it is. So time lapse, I'm using a lip brush and trying to put it on. I did wet the sparkles with Fix It Plus in hopes that it would make it a little bit more adhesive. However, it didn't. So you really just have to use like a brush and just, it's not even like dabbing them on. It's kind of like scrubbing them on, like in laying them flat. Like you see me go in with a lot of like, instead of taps, it's swipes, I guess. I thought it would be taps. Like little tap, 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 tap. But no, it's swipe, 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 swipe. If that makes any sense. Sorry, this is how my mom and I talk. Like, we just get it. We onomatopoeia each other and we just understand. So, I'm sorry if you don't get it. It's just a lot of, like, tugging motions, I suppose, with pressure. More pressure than I thought would be applied to. Whatever. And by the way, don't get chunky sparkles in your tear duct. It is absolutely awful if you do. I went to grab my rhinestones before I forgot because it's me. I'll forget. And it just made sense for Tengen. Like, let's go absolutely maximalism on this particular thing. I was going to say this whole makeup look, but I mean, not really. Because I want to keep it a little bit more canonically accurate this time. However, I also can't do a lot with my lid space because I have hooded eyes. So this is where I get to go ham, is the decals. The decals and the eyelashes. That's where my fun gets to be played with. And then I went in with a little stipple brush just to get any of the excess sparkles out of there. Use a very light hand when you do that, otherwise you'll move everything around. So, now we're going to go to the other eye and put that white mascara in our eyebrows. Just a very light hand. I don't want it to be caked up or gooped up with white mascara, like my Gojo look. Like, I went ham on that mascara. By the way, this is a new mascara, and I like to smell products just to see, like, if I recognize anything I like or don't like, and this one didn't smell bad. You know how some products just smell super, super alcohol-y or super, super whatever, and you can just tell, like, oh, this is going to be a drying product. Oh, this is going to be, like, reactive with my skin. I just recognize that. I always do that. I don't know, people. I did get some goop in there. Not what I intended, so blend it out a little bit with a spoolie, and then I went in with eyeliner. So we're just doing like a little cat eye, but thick. Think like more 50s, I suppose. And then whenever I make a mistake on my eyeliner and it's not like a normal day, it's just cosplay, I don't really care. If it was a convention, I would clean it up. However, my eyelashes in the pictures, they cover it up. It's really not necessary for me. But if you want to do it, you do it. I'm going to do what I want to do, which is this, because I'm only going to keep this on for like 2 hours and then take it all off. I'm going in with a red lip liner. Because here's the deal, you know what? Flow with the creative gods intents. Because I want to fix my little potted sparkles, and I used my finger to set them all back in place because they were crumbly. And guess what? It transferred onto my finger, duh. And I thought, you know what that'd be really cool for? And I feel like Tengen would appreciate is a very sparkly, chunky red lip. Or chunky sparkle red lip, not whatever. Anyway, so we're rolling with the punches. We're going with it. And then I am feathering it as I line it toward the middle a little bit, just so that there's not like 2 different lines. You know? I don't know. I think I hyperfixated on this because this is taking too long. And then going with my Maybelline Red Liquid Lip because it dries matte, which is what I want, but it stays tacky for a little bit, so the sparkles will adhere. Taking it to my corners of my mouth and then boom, pop it on top. So that is what I'm stamping on my lip right now. It didn't really show in the pictures, however, it did slay IRL. Not gonna lie, except then I was eating chunky sparkles for like I said, 2 hours. Not my preference. Going with a more red-based, red-brown base blush. And then just working around my eye decal. You know, like a little Nike logo shape. Taking my contour and just putting it in the hollows of my eyes. I don't really have a crease, so I say the hollow. And blending it too on my nose. And on the other side, we're just going to work around the little red parts as to not disturb the sparkles or the pigment or the face paint or the anything. Then going in with highlighter because I always forget if I don't do it at this point. Put it on the tip, round it out on the sides of the tip, and then up the bridge. We also put it on our cheeks, rounding it up to our eye sockets. A little bit on the lids because I thought, hey, you know, it's Tengen. Let's put sparkles everywhere. Let's put highlight anywhere and everywhere. Then if I got it on my eyeliner, just wipe it off. And then I did stop recording to put on my lashes, and I almost went to go put on my wig and stuff. I forgot the rhinestones. Told you I would forget. So taking glue. This is just eyelash glue. Avoiding any with aloe vera in it because then they just fall off if your body temperature gets too high. So don't use that. Would definitely not recommend that. And then just using the tweezers that came in the set. They're like the little pinchy kind versus the plucky kind. And just putting them on the glue once it turns clear. I did go in a strategy of starting with the bigger ones first and then going into the smaller. That way I knew which ones I did. And then just going in with those. I'm not trying to match the size of the dots that I created. I'm just trying to get like roughly because I think it creates a little bit cooler of a look. And I was just very pleased. Look at me celebrating. Putting mascara. Sorry. Mascara on my bottom lashes and then lining with a thick gel liner. Now, if I was at a convention, I know that would wear well. It would smudge out over time. But you do what you need for your bottom lashes. My eyes are big enough. I don't need to smudge it out to make them look bigger. I suppose it would make them look smaller. I don't know. I don't really do bottom lash liner stuff that much. Anyway, put the wig on, put the fit on. Looks pretty decent. Forgot the contact lenses, but that's okay. And then I was just very pleased. I was very, very pleased. So you guys have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the final photos. If you like what you see, follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Kate_escapism. Okay, bye guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.